What up, guys? It is currently 10:23 a.m. on a Tuesday. Hope everybody's enjoying the week. We just pulled the chat up. My stream got cut off earlier.
I've got a few more questions about that plague mask.
What do you want to know?
Can you tell me where to find the things I'll need?
You can get the rope and leather almost anywhere. I'd say you'll find some lying around the construction site. And you can gather herbs from Yocham's garden.
And the recipe for the fragrant oil?
The monastery library has extensive collections.
That's all. Thanks. I spoke with Benedict and Dennis. Neither noticed a thing.
I thought as much. We've all had our hands full here. So, we still know nothing.
I might have something, but I'm not sure yet how it ties to those records.
What do you mean?
I went down to the crypt, and I found open tombs and rotting corpses.
Good God!
No sign of a mass grave, though. Just individual tombs.
That's both good and bad news. At least we can now rule out the plague. But if the workers caught something from the air around those tombs, then anyone else could catch it too. Why did they even open them?
They were probably looking for something inside. I found this sketch.
That looks like the emblem of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. But why would they look for it among deceased abbots? Even putting aside that it's sacrilege, I don't see the connection.
Nor do I. But there must be one, because they locked me in the crypt over it.
What?
He was the workers' foreman. He kept going on about some Bavor. He must have thought I'd found whatever they were after. I tried explaining I hadn't the faintest idea what he meant, but he went completely mad. In the end, he came at me.
And?
Well, I had to defend myself. God rest his soul.
I'm at my wit's end. Under normal circumstances, I'd report it, but maybe we'd better keep all this to ourselves. For now, at least.
Well, it's a bit late for that. On the way here, I stopped by the librarian to ask about this Bavor fella.
That was actually prudent. Did Crispin say anything useful?
He said there's a travelogue in the archives by Knight Boleslav Bavor about a journey to the Holy Land. He promised he'd try to find it. I should come back tomorrow.
After today, I must admit I'm wary of what tomorrow might bring. There's been more than enough excitement already.
Agreed. We deserve a bit of peace. Best tidy up here and get some sleep.
Wise words. Let's get to it then.
Probably gonna get ambushed.
its arse. You stop that, for Christ!
Oh,
Fuck's sake.
Good morning, everyone. I trust you've had a decent sleep. The sick are waiting and being tired.
All right, give me a moment. Then we'll go and check on the patients. And where's Benedict, anyway?
If I may, gentlemen. Haven't you heard? There was a fire here last night.
A fire? Here at the monastery?
The small shed by the mill house burned down.
And no one was hurt?
Well, that's the thing. No one burned, but there were 2 men in the shed. Or rather, 2 bodies.
Bodies? Whose were they, for God's sake?
That... I don't know, sir.
And how do you know they didn't die in the flames? Just because they weren't burnt to cinders doesn't prove anything.
I didn't see them, but they said there were no burns, and it didn't look like they'd suffocated either.
So, how did they end up there? What killed them? Didn't anyone tell you about them?
They were sent to be washed, but the washers noticed, signs.
Who found them? And how did he get them out?
Elijah, one of the lay brothers. He ran into the flames thinking he could save them, but they were already dead.
And what was he doing outside in the middle of the night? You don't suppose he had something to do with it?
He's never been any trouble. There's no reason to suspect him.
How do you know about these signs? Did someone examine them?
No, they were only to be washed, but when the signs of illness were spotted, the abbot ordered them locked away in the hops store. Ludolf promised he'd send one of his men to guard the door. No one is to go near them.
That was highly irresponsible. Someone needs to examine them thoroughly. We can't afford uncertainty.
You want to bring them to the infirmary with the others? No. No, let them stay locked away somewhere separate.
Are you afraid the other sick might get even worse? At least we could have them all in one place.
Was anyone else there besides Elijah?
No, or at least no one I know of. I'll leave you to it now. If you need me, I'll be with the sick.
I'm going to. Disease. Fire. What next? A swarm of locusts.
First they ransacked my room, now this. I don't like it one bit.
Do you think the fire's got anything to do with what they were after in your chambers?
Who knows? I feel like someone wants us gone.
All the more reason to get to the bottom of this.
But I can hardly go poking around myself to...
Don't worry. That's what I'm here for.
Well, maybe Zacharias was right after all.
Huh? Quite a few things, actually. I'll take a look around the burned-down shed. There might still be some clues.
Good idea. It might have just been an accident. But it won't hurt to make sure.
I should probably speak with the lay brother who pulled the bodies out of the flames.
Elijah, right? But be gentle.
What about the corpses? You said you wanted to examine them.
And that's what I'll do.
But Benedict said the abbot forbade it.
If he's got any sense at all, he'll understand this is serious.
Someone searched our room just a while ago. And who knows what they'd do if they caught you wandering around alone. I won't have that on my conscience. Better you stay here, and I'll sort it somehow.
So what you're saying is, use an unorthodox approach.
Well, what reason can't solve, brute force might. A well-placed blow can open any door. And to confirm or disprove the suspicion of a deadly plague, a broken nose is a small price, isn't it?
You're probably right. But please, treat it as a last resort. And when you do get to the bodies, take your time with the examination.
So, what exactly should I be looking for?
Anything unusual. You know well the symptoms the sick here have, but a keen eye may spot other signs too. If you're not sure, just try to remember what you saw. If you describe it to me later, I should be able to identify it.
I can't think of anything else.
Nor can I. Well then, best of luck.
All right.
Did the illness really break out in the crypt?
That's the ruin of the cave.
Hey, what are you wandering around here for?
I was just leaving.
Well, what'll it be? Hear me? Hey, no one's allowed in.
Why not? Is it because of the bodies?
Damn, so you've heard too. They told me not to speak about it with anyone. They wanted them buried quickly, so they can rest in peace. But until then, no one's allowed near.
Master Albic sent me. He asked me to examine the bodies before they're buried.
Examine them? What for?
It's possible they were murdered.
Why would someone kill them? The only one anywhere near them was Elijah, and he wouldn't hurt a fly.
But they were already dead when he carried them out, weren't they? Why would someone torch the shed unless they were trying to cover something up?
Why would anyone commit murder in a closed monastery?
We won't know unless you let me find out. So?
Yeah, all right then. But be quick, eh? I don't want any trouble.
Gotta save.
Right then. Where to begin? I'll start with the younger one. Muscle stiff, but the body looks supple. What's that in his hair? Oof. Better mind my fingers. Rigor mortis is wearing off. He can't have been dead more than a few hours. and vomited up his guts before he died. Just like that old confessor. It's all clumped together. Looks like flour, or maybe lime.
It's gonna be saltpeter.
Yeah, it's flour. Bruising, some dried blood, but no broken bones. These bruises are odd. Regular. Almost perfectly circular. Looks like cupping marks. Someone might have tried to ease a fever or pain. He's young, but his hands are a mess. Covered in scars, nails broken, looks like hard labor. And 2 workers did go missing. That can't be a coincidence. I don't see anything odd here. Ribs intact, belly soft. No sign of violent death. Just his back and hips are badly scraped. No blood. Like he was dragged over gravel after he died. A few old scars. Gravel embedded in both knees. And, blood around the groin. Barely dried. Could it have leaked out after death? Mixed with bowel contents. Bloody diarrhea. Like with the infection. Now for the older one. Pale. Sunken eyes. Missing some teeth, though that might just be age. But that hole in his head is someone's doing. Small, round, clean, like it was drilled. I've heard of that method before, used in cases of unbearable headache or seizures. But who tried that outside the infirmary? Completely stiff. Clenched tight. Like he was ready for a fight. Rigor mortis well advanced. Died long before the fire. Skin's badly scratched. And there's a thorn stuck here. Maybe a rose? Stiff as a board. But no broken bones. Back and shoulders all scratched up. Like he was dragged through brambles. And around his neck and chest he's got red blotches on the skin. Those blotches look familiar. They're a bit like the ones on that old confessor. Looks like this poor wretch caught the same thing. Knees are scraped and scarred. He must have worked hard in his life. Well, what's clear is they didn't die in that burning hut. More likely they succumbed to the infection spreading in the monastery. The symptoms match perfectly. Either way, it wasn't a cold-blooded murder. Someone tried to treat them. Brutally, but still. And it didn't work. Someone must have hauled the bodies into that shed. And it left marks on them. It might be possible to trace where they came from.
an idiot? Clear off!
You can't be here. What's it going to be?
I'm going.
Well, what'll it be? Hear me? Hey, what are you wandering around here for?
It seems I've got a bit lost. Just take me away.
Come on, then. Be more careful next time.
Hey, what are you wandering around here for?
There's a lot of you here. Which one of you is Elijah?
Psst. Keep your voice down. Elijah isn't here.
Greetings, lad. What brings you here?
I need to speak with Elijah. Do you know what's up with him?
Try the cellar. I caught sight of him sneaking down there this morning.
If you saw him, he didn't sneak all that well, did he?
Exactly. He made quite a racket doing it.
Till we meet again.
Psst. Keep your voice down. Elijah isn't here.
Careful.
You'd best move along.
I hear you and Dinesh are having a bit of a dispute over food supplies for the infirmary.
A dispute? Is that what he told you?
Well, not in those words exactly.
I really would like to help, but you must understand that I can't. No one knows how long the monastery will stay closed. The whole convent has to live off the supplies, and if we are to endure, we all have to tighten our belts.
Since you brought up the supplies, how much is actually left? Are we talking days, weeks, months?
Months. Not even in my most hopeful dreams. With small portions, fasting, and assuming we don't get a hailstorm that destroys what's yet to be harvested, we'll last 2 weeks. 3 if we're lucky.
Then Albic had better get a move on. All right then. Let everyone eat a little less. But the sick must come first. Without proper food, they'll be too weak. And even the best medicine won't help them.
Medicine isn't everything. Fervent prayer has cured many a foul affliction.
Where are the food supplies actually kept?
The flour's in the mill, the wine in the cellar, and the rest I keep myself. so no one gets ideas about helping themselves at the expense of others. And let me warn you, I've counted everything. If anything goes missing, the abbot will hear about it at once.
All right. I was just asking. Look, I know it's difficult for you, but we can't just let the poor infirm suffer in hunger. If you help me, I'll be glad to repay the favor. Is there anything I could do for you?
Well, to tell you the truth, magpies have built a nest in the tree in the monastery garden. They perch on rooftops, screech like mad, and I can't get any sleep. And they're so brazen. One of them stole my spectacles yesterday. I can't read without them.
I'll see what I can do.
All right. But make it quick.
How else can you save on food?
Other than shrinking portions and thinning out the gruel and broth with water, I can't think of much. When the Black Death ravaged the land, Solarius Vendelin ran the kitchen. They say that even though he had limited supplies, he...
What, perform miracles?
Don't blaspheme! But it's true that he kept most of the Brethren alive, even with famine looming.
Where could I learn more about this Vendelin?
There might be a small manuscript in the library. He wrote it himself once, long ago.
All right.
Can't be here.
I was just leaving.
Well,
you'd best move along.
You look troubled. Is something bothering you?
I'm worried about one of the brothers.
Yo,
I
what
haven't
up,
been able to
DJ?
find him since the monastery was closed.
You sure you checked everywhere?
That's just it. I wouldn't dare disobey the abbot's orders, but none of the others have seen him either. So he must have wandered off somewhere outside the dormitory. Will you help me find him?
I'll have a look. But first, tell me about him. How will I recognize him?
Wonderful. God bless you. He's quite old. His name's Constantine, and he wears spectacles.
Constantine? That name doesn't ring a bell. Do you have any idea where he might be? Any
Just
favorite
chilling.
place of his?
The church is closed now.
Trying
so
to
he's probably
finish
not
up these
there,
side quests.
Unless... He does like to spend time in the garden, tending the flower beds, caring for the herbs. In fact, he spends a surprising amount of time there. He might be there now.
Then I'll look in the garden first. Bit of fresh air will do me good. All right. I think I know all I need.
Till we meet again.
Don't you know there's a quarantine?
Nice, bro. Hope you're enjoying the day. I'm looking for a book in here somewhere. Yeah, I understand.
The incarnation of Christ, thy Son, was made known by the messenger. The same Christ.
Don't you know there's a quarantine?
It's like Skyrim, except no spell casting or anything. No supernatural stuff.
Everything all right? I don't mean to disturb you. I just wondered if something had happened. Do you need help? What's the matter?
The brothers have kept their distance ever since the monastery was closed. But I haven't seen you here before.
My name's Henry. I came with Master Albie. And it seems like just in time.
You're right. Forgive me. I haven't introduced myself yet. My name's Vincent.
Nice to meet you. Say, Vincent. I heard you all the way from the hall. Did something happen?
I can't.
You shouldn't bottle it up. What's the point of avoiding the illness if you're just going to waste away in here?
I haven't told a soul about it yet. I was afraid they'd take it the wrong way.
I'm neither a confessor nor a friar. Whatever it is, I'm not going to judge you.
I don't know why, but I feel like I can trust you. Maybe it was divine providence that led you to me, but you have to promise me you won't speak of it in front of the others.
Of course. I promise.
Have you ever had frightening dreams, Henry?
You mean nightmares?
Something like that. When you're haunted in your sleep by visions full of horror and despair.
Aye. Sometimes grim memories come flooding back in my sleep. And I always feel relieved when I wake up in the morning.
So you understand me. But this is something a bit different. Imagine waking up from sleep. You're lucid. Your eyes can open.
I think I can manage that.
But the dream doesn't fade. Your mind is awake, but your body can't move. You want to scream, call for help, but you can't make a sound. What would you do in that moment?
I suppose I'd start praying. Begging the Lord God for help.
Exactly. But since you can't speak, you can only pray in your thoughts. And the more fervently you pray, the more it feels like your head is searing in the flames of hell. Usually, those invisible chains release me in time, but other times...
You mean to tell me it's happened to you more than once?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I saw a white light slowly filling my cell, but other times I was surrounded by a heavy red mist. Satan sent his servants to shake the foundations of my faith.
Servants of Satan? You saw them?
Last night, one of them revealed itself to me. It was a succubus. Begone, Satan, never tempt me with your vanities. What you offer me is evil. Drink the poison yourself.
And what happened then?
But now I'm afraid to fall asleep.
I understand your fear. Everyone's on edge here, but you have even more reason to be.
Yes. Let us pray.
Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray.
O Prince of the heavenly hosts, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl about the world, seeking the ruin of souls.
Amen. Try this decoction. It might help. It might not drive away the devil himself, but at least you'll get some rest.
I hope you're right. Thank you.
What did the demon look like?
It was a succubus. It takes the form of a woman to awaken desire in men and lead them astray.
What do you mean, lead them astray?
Well, she tempts you to sin.
I've met women like that too.
That's not amusing.
Sorry. Bad joke. Has this ever happened to you before?
Now that I think about it, yes. Something sat on my chest at night. I couldn't move or cry out. It was shortly after.
Sounds like sleep paralysis.
Do you feel better? I hope I've helped at least a little.
Yes. I hope we meet again.
I hope so too.
There was one last dialogue option that I didn't use.
I'm sorry. Spirit of Christ, bless me. Body of Christ.
And you, Saint Eugenilla, plead turn away
What do you want?
How's it going with Bavor's travel records? Have you managed to find them?
It took a bit of time, but I found them. And even some old accounts where he's mentioned. I'll prepare it all for you right away.
Here you go. Bavor's travel records about his journey through the Holy Land. And I've also found these old accounts. Feel free to study them too. I'm curious myself what conclusion you'll come to, if any.
So Bavor gave the monastery a generous donation and paid for a chapel mural painting. Let's take a look at the travel records. According to the journal, Bavor had himself buried here with his holy treasure. That sounds pretty clear. I read the journal.
And?
And it says,
Holy Virgin!
And according to the book, Sir Boleslav was to be buried with the relic in the monastery crypt.
So it says in the book. I too searched for Bavor's grave.
And what did you do after that?
Once I was convinced none of the graves belonged to Bavor, I laid the matter before the abbot, but not our father Jan. This was over 20 years ago when together we came to the conclusion that Bavor's tale was likely at least partly, perhaps entirely, made up.
Why would it be made up?
The book's one thing, but there's not a single other mention anywhere. Can you think of another explanation, then?
The account books mention that Bavor had a sarcophagus made at his own expense.
That's possible. Does it mean anything?
Or if he paid for it himself, there had to be a reason. Masonry work like that is no small matter, and it's odd, isn't it? He sorted it all out in detail with the monastery to have his tomb here. Then he wasn't even buried here.
You're right. I never made that connection before.
And then there's the relic. If Bavor had just wanted to raise his reputation with a good story, why claim to have gained something so rare?
Perhaps out of vanity? There's no shortage of that among the nobility.
But his tale's already heroic enough without it. Making up a relic would only draw unwanted attention.
That's a good point. It'd be too risky.
And what about the mural mentioned in the accounts? Does it really exist?
Yes, it's in one of the chapel naves. It depicts several scenes from Bavor's alleged adventures.
Well, then that proves Bavor's story wasn't just made up. Surely the abbot back then wouldn't have approved such a mural in the main church if he hadn't believed it was true.
If the former abbot believed Bavor wasn't a liar, but a real hero of the Holy Land, I'll believe him too.
All the more reason I want to see it for myself.
No harm in trying. At the very least, it's a fine piece of work.
Bavor mentions in his journal that he received a great fortune from the King of Cyprus, and the account records say he gave a generous donation to the monastery.
They confirm at best that Bavor had wealth, not where it came from. According to the late Abbot Vitus, he might have gained that fortune by plundering or as spoils of war, and the tale of the Holy Land was just a cover to mask the dishonorable origin of his riches.
Well, I've never been to the Holy Land.
Yo, what
I've
up,
seen
blood?
plenty of wrongdoings, even here in Bohemia. And if Bavor really wanted to cover up how he got his coin, he could have built a village, built a fortress, who knows, bought up a mine. He could have done any number of smarter things than spinning a tale about a heroic journey halfway across the world. Don't you think?
I'm no expert in fraud, but yes, he chose a rather complicated cover-up if that's what it was.
But why would Bavor do that?
If memory serves, he had some disputes over property.
And that's mentioned in the text.
You'd be surprised how short-sighted some folk can be.
Don't you think this whole thing is a bit too complicated? Every explanation for why Bavor would lie seems more convoluted than just acknowledging it's true.
Listening to you now, it's like hearing my younger self. His view was that Bavor's story was fiction. He told me I'd be better off letting it go.
What exactly did he say?
That I should stop chasing old crusaders and focus on real, meaningful work.
Why didn't you stand your ground?
I couldn't argue with the abbot. What he said went. And I was just a lowly monk. In time, I learned to let some things lie.
I'm not blaming you. But I think it's time we reopened that old inquiry of yours and saw it through. And
if that relic really does exist, and it surfaced now. It'd surely be a sign from the Lord, a sign of hope in these desperate times.
Don't get ahead of yourself. We've not even found Bavor's tomb. I'll return to the crypt and see if the workers left any trace.
I might have missed something myself back then. Take this and study it closely. It's a drawing of Bavor's family coat of arms I came across years ago. According to this, you'll know if it's truly the grave of Sir Boleslav. Yes, the mural in the chapel, paid for by Bavor himself, also bears his coat of arms.
Those workers, if they really were after Bavor, they only had a drawing of the Jerusalem cross. But if he was buried under his family crest, no wonder they opened the wrong graves.
Yes, that could be it. Study that sketch well, so you...
Thank you.
Just be careful, please. You know the abbot's orders, the disease, all this misfortune.
Don't worry. I'll be careful.
And in the crypt, show respect to the eternal rest of those buried there, especially now, with death haunting the monastery.
Brother Librarian?
What is it?
I found a recipe for an aromatic oil.
Oils are usually...
Till we meet again.
Okay, there is a book here I need to get.
Well, are you still so enamored with Lord Bavor?
Kitty! Kitty!
Where's this damn book? I looked all over. First save, then try reading through some of these books. gonna save just in case it's a time-based thing. I'm gonna just read all the books that I have. I have a bunch. Or at least until he can no longer read. Yo, this is awesome. You could just take a nap on the bench. Wake back up, start studying again. No time to lose. That means
Greetings. What do you want? Till we meet again. Well, are you still so enamored with Lord Bavor?
I guess I'll read the books later. But I'll still need to grab them.
Kitty, Kitty.
Where is this book?
Till we meet again.
So what book is it? Question the witness to the fire. Where is the witness to the fire?
What are you doing here?
Where's the witness? Someone dropping a shit in here.
What are you trying to pull, you
Did you
scoundrel?
drop something?
I have to find this book.
Do you have permission to be doing that? Someone was poking at a lock. Man, do something about it. Hey! What you do with that lock? I see you, you thief.
Look at this, an ass just appears out of nowhere and then floats off.
What is it? Did you drop something?
It should not be this hard to find the book. That looks like a book. Oh wait. No, I can't pick that one up.
Don't you know there's a quarantine?
What are you doing here?
Father, I need to speak with you.
Silence.
With all due respect, I really have to...
Not another word. I clearly said you were to remain in the infirmary. We cannot allow the infection to spread.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Guards, take this insolent brat back to the infirmary.
Good thing I saved. Look at this, look. This ass is floating.
What is it? Did you drop something?
I was just leaving. I'm going. I'm going, really.
Ha! Zeig, was du drauf hast. Los geht's. Du kriegst Ärger, Arschloch. Du verdammter Mistkerl.
And those murdered workers?
Hey, what are you wandering around here for?
I was just leaving.
Well, what'll it be? Hear me?
You'd best move along.
Hey, get out of here!
What are you doing here?
I was just leaving.
What?
Easy! I surrender!
I'll take you straight to the abbot. He'll decide what to do with you. And heed my words. Don't try anything stupid.
Your ma's the abbot.
Wait, what? The abbot is a respected person. What did you...
That was supposed to be an insult. But I'm not going anywhere.
You'd best move along.
You can't be here. You aren't supposed to be here.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Man, this sucks. I can't find that book. am I supposed to get this thing down? It won't let me throw stones. Be nice to have a crossbow right now. There are so many different side quests to this DLC.
You're not supposed to be here.
Brother Librarian,
What is
I found
Oils?
Till we meet again.
I had half a mind to do it myself. Instead, I have to patrol around here like an idiot.
I'm going, really.
God, this save is horrible. Someone's taking a shit. I gotta make another save right now. Right here.
I was just leaving.
Surrender and I'll take you to the abbot. I've had enough. You're under arrest.
Mercy!
I'll take you straight to the abbot. He'll decide what to do with you. And heed my words. Don't try anything stupid.
Your ma's the abbot.
Wait. The abbot?
That was supposed...
Good day to you. You're still here?
Why wouldn't I be?
When Ludov told us about what's going on, you looked about ready to take to your heels. Don't worry, you're not the only one. I had half a mind to do it myself. Instead, I have to patrol around here like an idiot.
You thief! Give up!
Well, what'll it be?
I surrender!
The abbot will decide. I'll take you to...
Hey, get out of here!
God be with you, my friend.
Getting my ass kicked, and I cannot figure out how to get past this quest. Alright. Maybe this guy's gonna have a bow and arrow on him, hopefully.
God be with you.
Nope.
Get out of here.
Stop you! Stop! Now you see that Christ doesn't You don't fight with...
I will. I can't wait for all this to be over, so we can get the hell out.
Bow and arrow, possibly? Nope.
Get out of here!
I was just leaving.
Well, what'll it be? Hear me?
I'm going.
Well, what'll it be? So it was you! You'll pay for that! Show your stuff!
Alright, so I found it. Okay. Finally, my goodness. Go down here.
Hey, get out of here!
Just run past this guy.
Are you with me? I've got something to perk you up a bit.
What is it? Schnapps?
We're out of schnapps. So stop whining and drink.
Oh, bloody awful stuff.
So, feeling any better?
Better? I wish.
That's good. I need to know what happened during the night.
I don't want to talk about it.
I get it. You don't want to remember. I've seen some nasty things too. But sometimes it helps to talk to someone. It's definitely better than drowning your wits in schnapps.
Well, all right. What do you want to know?
When you dragged out those two bodies, what did you do then?
While I was pulling out the second one, other people had noticed the fire. One of the knights grabbed me and started yelling that I was the arsonist. Luckily, he saw the bodies and how I was covered in, well, the same filth they were. Then the people from the monastery came. They sent me away and took the bodies off somewhere. I don't know what happened after that.
How did you even notice the fire? What were you doing outside?
I couldn't sleep, so I went for a walk. It was just chance.
Just chance? You sure? I don't think the abbot would be happy about folk wandering around at night.
So what if I took a little walk?
You sure you weren't sneaking off somewhere for a drink? You seem smart enough not to keep your booze where someone might find it. I bet you've got a nice little stash, eh?
All right. Maybe I did head off to the back pond for a nightcap. I heard a dog barking like mad, so I went to see what was going on. I should have just kept out of it.
Did you see anyone else at the fire?
No. Just the dog was there.
I've seen the corpses, and I've got a few questions.
Does it have to be?
I noticed some strange things about them.
Like what?
One of them had flour in his hair. Any idea where it came from?
Well, the flour store's right next to the shed that burned down. What do I know?
It looks like they died of the same illness that's spreading through the monastery infirmary.
Christ! And I touched them. But I feel fine. So far.
You'd best go and see Brother Benedict. He'll examine you, and at least clean up those burns.
All right, then.
Dead men weigh a lot. How did you even get them out of the burning shed?
On my back? Like carrying a sack. Why?
Their backs were badly scraped. So I thought maybe you dragged them by the legs or something.
That must have happened before. Maybe when someone dragged them in. Godlessness.
Do you have any idea who those two were?
I've no idea. It was dark. I couldn't see their faces. Thank God. As it is, I'll be dreaming about this for a long time.
Thanks. I'll leave you be now.
Wait, I've no idea what to do with myself. I thought I'd finally do something right for once in my life. And how did I end up? Covered in shit, face burned, and humiliated. I'd rather never step outside the door again.
What up, Sager? Good evening.
You couldn't have known they were dead.
It's just, I'm already the laughing stock of the whole place. Half the monastery knows I drink, and the abbot surely knows too. I'm just waiting for them to throw me out.
After what you did last night, no one's going to throw you out. You behaved like a proper hero.
You think so? Well, thanks. Hey, look, I haven't told anyone, but I found this key during the night. I've no idea whose it is, but maybe you'll find it useful.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
You'd best move along.
Brother Librarian?
What is it?
I found a recipe for an aromatic oil.
Oils are usually made of herbs.
Till we meet again.
What up, Frosty? Nice.
Hey, what are you wandering around here for? Why, use them, no doubt, but they're going to rust. And when they rust, bloody hell, spit it out already. They'll all swell, crack, water.
I'm gonna call it here at 2 hours, guys. Already did 2 hours earlier of this. This is proven to be a harder DLC quest. I mean, a harder DLC because it's less about combat, more about, like, investigation. But I've almost got it cleared out here. I'm trying to figure out a plague, the source of a plague. Nice. You know it's good if the horse armor is on sale.